Hi again, everyone. I'm Mark Walmsley. I'm the founder of the Arts and Culture Network. We're a growing global community of over 150,000, I think now, across our 8 LinkedIn groups. And we have a full member option. And I'm delighted that Manav has joined us as a full member recently. So I'm going to have some fun with Manav today. We're going to create his fantasy cultural year from the answers to 10 easy questions, to which there are no wrong answers. It's a little bit like Desert Island Discs does arts and culture. In order to frame that, I'm going to give Manav a chance to say hi. Manav, thank you so much for joining us as a full member. As you know, it's only £10 a month, but we're entirely member funded so that we can remain independent. And so it's very much appreciated. Perhaps you'd like to say hi to everyone and tell us about the work you do and your plans for the future.
Okay. Hi. Thank you for the welcome. So, I am currently a student at University of Arts London, and I'm doing my sculpture BA degree. I'm soon to graduate, and I would say my plans for the future or my aspirations are working and growing in the ceramic field and eventually doing a business of ceramic interior decor, that which is I want to do this in India, but yeah, just to get to know people and really grow in the ceramic field or in the art field and just greet people.
That's great. I've just done a quick search for Manav Patel art. I found a page on Art Rabbit. Is that you?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
might be
Okay,
me.
so perhaps you could tell us a little bit about the work. I'm assuming I've got it right, and this is you here. Is it?
uh no, that
Ah,
won't be me.
okay.
Yeah,
Where could I find some examples of your work?
I think maybe on Instagram.
Okay, let's go there. Hold the line, callers. Let's see what we can find. Okay, so what should I search for?
It would be my name,
Mana
uh P.
P.
Yeah, that's the first one.
Oh, here,
Yeah,
this one.
yes.
Oh, you're followed by Beulah, one of our other members. That's great. Oh yeah, I'm following you. Okay, so oh, I remember having a look at these and yeah, this is all coming back now from our last meeting.
Yeah.
Perhaps you could pick one of these pieces that sums up your approach and tell us about the thinking behind it.
Okay. I would like to go for the first one. The Yeah.
This one. Okay.
So this was one of the pieces that I had made in my second year, which was a autorickshaw replica that I had made into a real scale model, and it was for the Kuplin exhibition for the viewers to experience what riding an autorickshaw in India is. Because in India, it's such an authentic experience that I wanted to bring the beauty of it to the UK and have people experience it.
That's great. So is this a projection and a video?
Yeah, it was a first-hand projection that one of my family members actually had taken, sitting in a rickshaw, showing the views of the city, and then I had that along with the model.
That's great. I love it. That's so clever. I've been watching a program on the television in the UK called Race Across the World recently.
Mm,
They're always in those, and this is the process of construction.
yeah, that's the process.
Well, I love it. The imagination there is really good. Now we've seen these before,
Yeah,
and this is a ceramic, I guess.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
it.
I mean, the detail in there is quite staggering. Is it a crown?
Yes, it's actually a Ukrainian crown, and it's a symbol, something that symbolizes in their culture prosperity and just it celebrates the culture of Ukraine.
Mm-hmm.
And I had made this as a decor piece when the war had started, just to appreciate and preserve what the country holds.
That's great. So I love the variety in the work. So if you'd like to have a look, just search for Manav P _1303 and you can find Manav there. That's great. Thank you. I love these. Fantastic. Wonderful. Excellent. So that's where we'll be able to have a look at some more of your work. Thank you very much. Right, we're going to have some fun now.
Yeah.
I'm going to create your fantasy cultural year from the answers to 10 easy questions. Have you had a look at any of the previous interviews? It doesn't matter.
I had one, but it was a long time ago.
Okay, so you may remember some of it. So I need to place you somewhere in the world. Okay. And to do that, I'm going to ask you, what's your favorite building?
My favorite building.
Anywhere in the world. It could be one that you visited or would like to visit.
Okay. It would be I think one of them would be the Sagrada Familia in Barcelona.
Excellent. There we go. I think most people will be familiar with what it looks like, but let's just show everyone. Where are we? Share. Sagrada Familia. There we go. Fantastic. Now that's in Barcelona, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that's inside. I mean, it's just crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
There we go. That's wonderful. Right. Okay. So I'd like you to imagine that you're sitting at a pavement cafe around here.
Yeah.
Okay. In the sunshine. It's 6 p.m. on a June evening and you're enjoying the view. And there is a drink next to you. What would I find there?
It would probably be a mocha.
Mocha. Okay. And there's a book next to you on the table that you've been reading. It's either your favorite book, a book that's been with you all your life, a book that's changed your life, or a recent discovery. What would I find there?
You would probably find the book. It's The Secret.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's one recent read. So yeah, that's what you'll find.
That's the suggestion that you attract what you think about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
The jury's out about the reality of that aspiration, but and my mother used to always she was a believer in luck and fate and that you can influence it. And then I think there was a famous golfer who said, you know what, the more I practice, the luckier I get. And I think that if you behave a certain way, if you think a certain way, it is your sheer behavior can influence what happens to you. So I'm kind of there or thereabouts. So it's great that's camera's moving. There we go. So I love that. That's great. Excellent. Now you've just come from a meeting in La Sagrada Familia in Barcelona with a wealthy Spanish family foundation. Okay. You're feeling very pleased with yourself because they've offered to hire you for a year.
Okay.
With a big fee.
Okay.
And they got wind of the work that you were doing in tribute to nations in conflict. So Ukraine. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sure when you made that work, you didn't expect we would still be here now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And conflict is a major problem around the world, especially at the moment. And it's typically either national borders, it's a land grab, or it's religious conflict, or it's political conflict. And they'd like to hire you to travel the world and to meet and interview artists who are creating work in response to global conflict. There's going to be a TV show in it. Okay. You're going to come back and do a TED talk.
Okay.
You're going to do a global university lecture tour,
Mm.
and Art in Conflict. That's what
Yeah.
it's called. There's a book deal in it as well. It's a great gig. Okay.
Okay.
It's first class all the way. Family and friends can come and visit you during the year. It's very well paid, and you'll become the kind of expert, practicing expert in conflict art. Okay.
Mm.
So does that sound like fun?
Yeah. Yeah.
Excellent. So you're on the plane from Barcelona.
Mm.
Where are you going to
Um,
this research?
India.
India. And whereabouts in India would you like to go to?
I would like to go to I would say Rajasthan.
Rajasthan.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's the capital of Rajasthan? What is the major city there?
Udaipur is a major.
Jaipur.
Yeah.
Okay. So you arrive, you're on the plane. The steward brings you a mocha and also a note from the Family Foundation back in Barcelona.
Mm.
They want to challenge you.
Okay.
They would like you to try and do this. They want you to listen only to one very specific type of music for 12 months.
Okay.
If you had to, what would you choose?
Oh. Huh. Um, I would choose Sufi music. It's
Okay,
very calm and slow paced instrumental Indian music. Yeah.
love it. I'm going to be listening to that this afternoon on
Yeah.
Spotify. That's wonderful. So you arrive in Jaipur, and there's a group of young art students who meet you there.
Mm.
They whisk you into the center of the city and to a lovely apartment overlooking the city. Is
Yeah.
Jaipur on the coast or is it inland?
No, it's in there.
Inland. Okay. So they'd say, right, we're going to come back later to take you out to a dance performance and out to dinner. Now, at this point, I can introduce a magic wand and a time machine.
Okay.
Okay. I can put any dance performance on that stage in front of you that you
Mm.
like.
Mm.
Historical, any group. It doesn't have to be Indian culture. We can go back in time to a first performance. So what dance performance can I put on the stage in front of you?
What dance performance? Um, hmm.
Any dancers, living or not, any group, any style.
I think there's a dance group called as a Royal Family. I would like to watch them. Yeah.
Okay, the royal family.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find them. Royal Family Dance Crew. Royal Family Dance Crew images. Which it'll be one of these, I think. Let's share. Is it one of these?
Yeah, it's one of them. So they've got many smaller groups, but they're a very big group of people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that looks great. Where are they from?
I'm not sure.
Okay, great. So you have a 2-hour show with an interval. You've got the best seats in the house.
Mm.
And your friends are going to take you out to dinner afterwards in Jaipur. And it's a cosmopolitan city. You don't have to stay in Indian cuisine if you don't wish. But if you could choose any national cuisine for the restaurant after dinner, what would you choose?
I think my first choice will be Indian,
Mm-hmm.
but if not that, I don't mind Mediterranean as well.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice. Probably some seafood in
Yeah.
there, I
Yeah.
guess. Excellent. Wonderful. Now we're going to fly again from Jaipur. Where are we going? Anywhere in the world.
Anywhere. Egypt.
Egypt. We could go to Luxor or Cairo. Where would you like to go?
Cairo.
Cairo, capital city of Egypt.
Yeah.
Excellent. Now it's sport day in Egypt. Okay. And with breakdancing in the Olympics last year, some sports are effectively performance art. So what sport would you like to watch for a couple of hours? It doesn't have to be Egyptian sport, anything you like. Are you a sports fan?
Yeah, I would like to watch tennis.
Tennis.
Yeah.
Now this is an interesting one. If you're at that tennis match, oh, and by the way, the Egyptian Open is on at the time. Okay.
Okay.
Do you like to sit on the net or behind the player?
I would say on the net.
So you'll be doing this all day.
Yeah, yeah.
You get to exercise as well.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Now, let's fly again. Where are we going?
To America. Haven't been there, but yeah, I think
Okay.
there's
New York. Would you like to do New York?
yeah, New York.
Okay, we're in New York, and in New York, in our fantasy cultural world, is a new digital art gallery.
Okay.
In which you can put on a virtual reality headset. You can step into the work of a famous artist. It becomes three-dimensional, 360 degrees, animated with sound potentially, so that you can walk around in that painting and see in 3 dimensions what the artist wasn't able to show you in 2. And you can choose any famous artist. Whose work would you like to step into and explore like that?
I would say one of Anish Kapoor's work.
Okay.
Yeah, one of his sculptures.
There we go. British sculptor. There we go. Let's have a look. Let's share the screen. Here he is. Oh, I know this one.
Yeah, yeah, one of them.
Yeah. Fantastic. Well, you get to walk around and immerse yourself in all of these. So look at that fella. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Great choice, Anish Kapoor. Now I'm going to whisk you back to London, and we're going out together for the week.
Okay.
Monday, we're going to a historic music concert. On Tuesday, we're going to the theatre. On Wednesday, we're going to a Broadway or West End musical. On Thursday, we're going to the opera, and on Friday, we're going to the movies. And between us, we can decide what we see. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you could turn back time and use our time machine to go to any musical concert in history, or perhaps one that you could have gone to but missed, or one that you could have gone to and now cannot see them live, what concert can I take you to in this fantasy world?
What concert? I think it was last year, and there were rumors going around that it was the last concert or last tour. So maybe one of the Coldplay concerts.
Coldplay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see Chris Martin with Jacob Collier? That's worth a look. You'll find it on YouTube. Chris Martin with Jacob Collier doing Fix You with the audience choir.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's incredible. Excellent. Coldplay concert. Yeah. Perhaps a Glastonbury event, or, first class all the way.
Yeah.
In by helicopter. No messing around in the mud.
Yeah.
Excellent. Coldplay. Now on Tuesday, we're going to go to the theatre. So we're in London, so there's lots of Shakespeare and West End theatre. Is there a particular play you'd like to see, or shall I choose some Shakespeare for you?
You could choose.
Okay, well, I think we'll probably go and watch Macbeth.
Okay.
At the Globe Theatre on the River Thames there. Excellent. And are you a fan of musicals, Manav?
I haven't gone to any, but yeah, I would like to.
So Hamilton, I think,
Okay.
go and see. It's the kind of hip hop revival musical. It's great, fantastic. Now, are you an opera fan?
I also haven't been to one, but yeah, I think it'll be an experience.
This is going to be such a great week because I can introduce you to all these new artistic and creative experiences. Well, I think it would have to be Tosca by Puccini at the Royal Opera House in London. That would
Okay.
be a wonderful introduction to opera. And then movies. Are you a movie fan?
Yeah, yeah.
What are we going to see?
Um, a movie called Life of Pi.
Mm,
Yeah,
yeah, Life of Pi
yeah,
with the tiger.
yeah, with the tiger.
That was a show in London as well, I think. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, we could do that as well. Excellent. Now we're nearly there, and I'm going to send you off to do this wonderful research project. You're traveling the world, creating this TV show. You're getting ready for your TED Talk. You've got a book deal out. You've got
Hmm.
a coffee table book, beautiful book, of all of the art that you found, the conflict art that you found. You've become the go-to expert in conflict art.
Yeah.
But before I send you off to do this, I'm going to give you a hero lunch.
Okay.
And the hero lunch is one in which we're in London. We're at an incredible modern fusion Indian restaurant. Okay, Michelin star, top restaurant. And you can invite any other person to join you, and they will come. And it can be anyone. Historical figures, characters, living or not, famous or otherwise. Who would you like to spend a leisurely 2-hour lunch with?
Hmm. I think I would like to have lunch with Picasso.
Wow, that would be a great lunch,
Yeah,
wouldn't it?
yeah,
You might need a translator.
yeah. That's yeah.
There's a lovely story about Picasso sitting in a Parisian cafe,
Hmm.
um, and an American tourist recognized him and asked him to do a sketch of her on his napkin,
Okay.
and he did it. And he offered it up, and she was about to take it, and he said, "That will be $10,000, please."
Oh,
And she said, $10,000? It only took you 60 seconds. And he said, "No, my dear, that took me 60 years." So love that. Wonderful. What a great choice. So you're off, Manav,
yeah.
traveling the world, and you have all of those benefits. Did you enjoy your fantasy cultural year?
I did. I did.
Good. Well, listen, I want to thank you again for being one of our full members. Wishing you all the best for the great work that you're doing. I'll be following you on Instagram to keep tabs on it. Please don't dash away, and wherever this appears, there'll be pictures of your work, a profile about you.
Okay.
It'll go on YouTube and SoundCloud and Spotify and LinkedIn and on our other socials, so that other members can come and get to know the work. I think we should probably invest in buying some of your work, because I think when you become a famous and well-established artist, that will be an advantage to have. But
Yeah.
don't rush off. But for the time being, Manav, thank you so much for sharing your fantasy cultural year with us.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.